Hello everybody and welcome to Pravus Gaming. We're trying another one of my old favorites today, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Of course, being a Star Wars game, this means I'm gonna have to splice in my own music today so I don't get copy striked. Hooray! So what is Star Wars Rogue Squadron? Well, it is a 3D arcade-style action game, of course. Now, if you guys are familiar with the cult classics X-Wing and TIE Fighter, you can immediately see that this game deviates quite a bit from some of its predecessors. Those games kind of had to rely on some old PC limitations, where you were kind of center of the world, and the camera and everything else kind of revolved around you. This game released in the days of the N64, 1998, back when I was 8 years old, back when game developers started first learning how to render 3D worlds and actually have you move independently within those worlds. Right, this is the days of, like, Mario 64 and Banjo and Kazooie and all those kinds of things. Well, they just took that concept, made it an arcade-style shooter, created some levels, and then boom! You got Star Wars Rogue Squadron, where you can pick up your X-Wings, or Y-Wings, or V-Wings, or Snowspeeders, or whatever, and then travel around in the Star Wars universe and blow up the Empire. Now, it was developed for the N64 and the PC, and for the PC, you were kind of expected to have one of those old janky joysticks in order to play this game. I didn't have one of those as a kid, so I learned how to play on the arrow keys, or the WASD, which you can see here is why the camera's a little bit janky, and it can be a little more difficult to actually line up my shots the way that I want them to. But fortunately, I played this game religiously as a kid, so it's like riding a bike. This stuff all comes right back to you. And when I say religiously, I mean pretty close to religiously. I definitely put in at least a few dozen hours playing this game. As a kid, I wanted to get every single level on gold, a gold medal for everything, which means I had to study every single level, play again and again, and get the perfect movements to kill everything at the right amount of time with the perfect amount of accuracy and blah, blah, blah. Oh god, that was just unforgivable, wasn't it? Okay, well, not everything comes back to you perfectly, apparently. Not exactly like riding a bike, but still. Yeah, I played this game an absolute ton, and it was really, really fun. But it was also really kind of difficult because I never had the joystick. I blame my parents for that. They could have forked out a joystick, but no. They never bought me a Game Boy, and they never bought me a joystick so I could become good at Rogue Squadron. These are the things you never really get over as a kid. Mostly I really enjoy being able to chase down those TIE interceptors like that, figure out their flight patterns, and kill them. Like, seriously, the game has a certain level of predictability to it. Everything follows a bit of a path. So if you can learn their flight patterns by heart, you can know exactly where to shoot and every single laser bolt goes somewhere. That's the kind of thing that I did. I had no life. I first found out about the game back when I was like 9 years old from a friend who did own an N64, and since I was not allowed to play games like GoldenEye, Star Wars Rogue Squadron was pretty easy to sell to my parents. It's like, yeah, I can go over to my friend's house and play this. It's completely innocent. Oy, okay, let's not make the same mistake there. Yeah, and they totally let me play it, and I came to love it. Of course, since I didn't own an N64, I decided to pick it up on the PC. Ooh, nice. Blew right out of the air. Perfect. And that's how my descent into PC gaming addiction began. Ooh, a secret. I think I just got some advanced seeker missiles or something like that. That'll be helpful. Oh, guys, fine, a little bit close there. Phew. Hang on, you gotta line this up. No, don't turn left. I gotta figure out your flight pattern. Come here! Dang it! I used to be good at this, I swear. There we go. Now, the AI wasn't always completely stupid. Just every once in a while, the game will throw a TIE Fighter, Interceptor, or something at you that wants to chase you around and isn't stupid enough to just line up the shot perfectly. Gosh, come here, I've got you. Dang it, all the heck fire. See, now this guy's he's gonna keep turning around and try to get me. This was dang impressive for its time, though, right? Not everything was just completely on a rail. Come here, dang it. They actually were smart enough to know how to try and maneuver around you. It would take a while. The last level in particular, I recall, where you first unlock the V-Wing is freaking nuts. Okay, hang on. Maybe he'll be stupid enough to follow me straight on now. There we go, line him up, knock him down. Beautiful. Yeah, in the last level, you have, I don't remember what they're called, some sort of special TIE fighter, but they're like super freaking maneuverable. It can take you like 12 minutes just trying to kill all the darn things. In the meantime, they've killed all the civilians. It can get tough, man. And I think that's basically the end of the level right now, which is perfect, so that's the cool thing about this game being arcade style. Every level only takes like at most 10 minutes. Some only take like 4 or 5. It's a pretty fast-paced episodic game. And that makes it really engaging because it's like, one more level, we can keep going. I will admit though, the graphics did leave a little bit to be desired. I mean, for the time it was pretty good. But like, look at that guy on the left. Does he have multiple pairs of legs? That's a little concerning, don't you think? By the way, someone explain to me why there's a snow speeder leaving a ship in the middle of space. This is a low-orbit craft. It can't go out into space. Oh no, our guy stole some AT-PTs, and an AT-AT is trying to shoot it down, and I have a snow speeder. How fortunate that I am specifically equipped with the necessary tools to kill an AT-AT. Actually, the snow speeder levels are some of the most fun. First off, because it's really fun killing AT-ATs, okay? It is pretty cool. In fact, right now, I think we're gonna go ahead and activate my cable. Whee! Now we gotta make 3 passes just like in the movies. Either way, yeah, you don't have to worry about missiles and stuff. You're just flying low and blowing everything up. Some of the best levels are in the snow speeder. I think I just hit the top of that AT-AT. That was dumb. There we go. Big boy down. Actually, this game helped me realize just how stupid the AT-AT design actually is. Those things have, like, no maneuverability at all. They can only walk in a straight line. Well, I hope those AT-PTs walk in front of me again so I can shoot them. Boom! That's always satisfying, though. Also, killing the little stormtroopers and hearing them scream. That's also pretty fun. I can't see myself. Where am I? Okay, there I am. Man, that brings back memories right there. Good old-fashioned 1998 terrible, terrible camera views. This is a problem that all 3D games had in the beginning. Fortunately, we seem to have grown out of them, for the most part. Oh, great, a third AT-AT. Yeah, I remember now. This level was unique in that you actually had to kill 3 of them, and you had to do it quickly. Because if those AT-PTs come in range, guess what shreds through them? By the way, this is just like the Prometheus school of running away from things. Just go to the side of the AT-AT. It can only do so much. Why are you walking in front of it? Look at me dodging all this fire right now, by the way. My god. I am a god. The spawning of all these tanks and the eventual TIE bombers and everything is completely predictable, by the way. Always set on a timer, so if you do learn enough about the level, you really could just predict where everything is going to be and time it perfectly. For example, I know there are some TIE bombers behind me. Not that they're a threat right now, I'll have to come back to that, but still. You can predict these levels. Practice makes you perfect. Literally. There's also something so immensely satisfying about seeing TIE bombers and TIE fighters go careening to the ground with their little screaming sound. It's just great. Pew, 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 pew. There we go. Man, am I finding out that I'm one of those old guys that is having more fun playing my childhood games than modern stuff? I don't know if that says anything about me. Maybe. Maybe it says that I'm getting jaded by the modern gaming industry. But a game like this is still fun. This is a blast. I'm liking this. You know, when I was a kid, one thing that I used to do is I would get onto my bike and just ride around in our little cul-de-sac in our neighborhood. And I would pretend that I was an X-Wing and I'd envision, you know, AT-STs and TIE Fighters and other buildings to blow up and stuff in the cul-de-sac, and I'd just go in circles, going pew, 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 and blowing things up in my head. It was a silly imaginative thing to do, but it kind of goes to show how much I was obsessed with Star Wars and video games both. See, right here I know some bombers are about to spawn. There they are. Now I can intercept them and kill them before they become a threat to the train. Man, I really do remember a lot. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I think that Star Wars Rogue Squadron and Star Wars Rebellion were the 2 games I played the absolute most when I was about 9 years old. Man, look at these low polygon counts. I can design something better than this at work. As an extra incentive, Rogue Squadron experimented with adding in some extra bonus levels if you could get enough medals. For example, I got all the bronze medals, which means I can totally do a race through Beggar's Canyon, and yes, you can cheat right there. A little silly. If you got all the silver medals, you'd be able to do a Death Star trench run, and then gold medals, the Battle of Hoth, which I haven't unlocked yet because I'm still not that good at the game. But everyone agrees that is one of the best levels. It's really fun, and of course there are cheat codes. You want to play with the TIE Interceptor or the Millennium Falcon or something, or even a Naboo Starfighter. How the heck they introduced that into the game, I have no idea, but they did. Yeah, you can totally do that too. The game is available on Steam now. It also is available on Good Old Games, GOG.com, which is where I originally got this copy. Really cool to see that they've actually managed to remaster this just enough to be playable on modern platforms. Really quite happy about that. Rogue Squadron, everybody. One of my favorite games growing up. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.